And yeah, very fortunate to be with everyone and a chance to hear about Krishna, to meditate upon Krishna's words in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And it's always a great opportunity to come together with the devotees. This is what gives us life in our devotional service and our aspirations. So thank you all again. Simheshwar Prabhu, I just wanted to ask you, you said generally devotees do not sing Jai Radha Madhava. We do the invocation and then begin?
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
You do that. Yeah, please.
Okay, thank you so
but
much.
If you feel that's good, I mean, you can, there is no restrictions or anything like that.
Okay,
Yes,
so thank you all.
No problem.
So I'll go ahead and share the screen here so that everyone can take a look at the verses. We'll look at the previous two verses also just briefly to give context to Krishna's statement here in chapter 7, text 18. So can everyone see this okay?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So we can chant together. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Thank you. So let's just take a quick look here at text 16. We see here, just to give context to this statement, because what we're reading here today, text 18, is part of a larger statement that Krishna is making here. So text 16, I'll just read the English for now. He says, O best among the Bharatas, 4 kinds of pious men begin to render devotional service unto me: the distressed, the desirer of wealth, the inquisitive, and he who is searching for knowledge of the absolute. Text 17, of these, the one who is in full knowledge and who is always engaged in pure devotional service is the best. For I am very dear to him, and he is dear to me. Now we'll take a look at the verse for this evening. Udaraha sarva evaite jnani tvatma iva me matam ashtitaha sahi yuktatma mam eva nutamam gatim. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All these devotees are undoubtedly magnanimous souls, but he who is situated in knowledge of me, I consider to be just like my own self. Being engaged in my transcendental service, he is sure to attain me, the highest and most perfect goal. Purport. It is not that devotees who are less complete in knowledge are not dear to the Lord. The Lord says that all are magnanimous, because anyone who comes to the Lord for any purpose is called a Mahatma, or great soul. The devotees who want some benefit out of devotional service are accepted by the Lord because there is an exchange of affection. Out of affection, they ask the Lord for some material benefit, and when they get it, they become so satisfied that they also advance in devotional service. But the devotee in full knowledge is considered to be very dear to the Lord because his only purpose is to serve the Supreme Lord with love and devotion. Such a devotee cannot live a second without contacting or serving the Supreme Lord. Similarly, the Supreme Lord is very fond of his devotee and cannot be separated from him. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 9, Chapter 4, Text 68, the Lord says, Sadhavo hridayam mahyam sadhunam hridayam tvaham mad anyate na jananti naham tebhyo managapi. The devotees are always in my heart, and I am always in the hearts of the devotees. The devotee does not know anything beyond me, and I also cannot forget the devotee. There is a very intimate relationship between me and the pure devotees. Pure devotees in full knowledge are never out of spiritual touch, and therefore they are very much dear to me. Let's read the verse just once more. All these devotees are undoubtedly magnanimous souls, but he who is situated in knowledge of me, I consider to be just like my own self. Being engaged in my transcendental service, he is sure to attain me, the highest and most perfect goal. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Yananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Panchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, so thank you all again for joining tonight. I'd like to humbly seek the blessings of each and every one of you that we can speak something that is inspiring, something that will help us all to gain some strength and encouragement in our spiritual lives, and something that is here in accordance with the Shastra that we are trying to engage with respectfully, worshipfully, and sincerely. So thank you all. So what we see in this verse, Krishna is emphasizing the importance of two very important factors in bhakti, in Krishna consciousness. He's emphasizing the significance of devotional service. So one who is serving constantly is especially dear to Krishna, especially one who is serving without any kind of ulterior motive. Second, he's emphasizing the significance of the devotees. By explaining how dear the devotees are, Krishna is also showing us how significant the devotees can be for us in our spiritual life, and how important it is for us to have meaningful, beneficial connections with the devotees and to serve and love the devotees. So he's glorifying, in this case, he's glorifying devotional service and showing the power of devotional service. And he's also glorifying and emphasizing how dear the devotees are. So this is a very significant verse for us to look at as aspiring devotees, because shows also the relationship between our aspirations in devotional service and our relationship to the devotees. So also, it's explained here, Srila Prabhupada explains very beautifully in the purport that even if we come to Krishna with some kind of mixed bhakti, bhakti that's mixed with karma or gyan or kama, some desire to enjoy, that Krishna is still pleased that we're coming to him rather than trying to do things freely and independently as though we are in control. Krishna is very appreciative and grateful when we approach him because it creates an opportunity for loving exchange. So pure devotees who are serving uninterruptedly, unmotivatedly, they are especially dear to Krishna. But without a doubt, all of the devotees, anyone who's approaching Krishna, are very, very dear to him, as he states multiple times in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So we see that the devotees are really in Krishna's heart. And if we are trying to approach Krishna and trying to love Krishna without loving the devotees, without regarding the devotees, we're overlooking the fullness of Krishna's heart. You know, if we want to accept Krishna in full, we need to see Krishna will eventually say, the devotees are in my heart. So if we're not accepting the devotees and we're not loving the devotees, it's almost like we're getting an incomplete picture of who Krishna is, and our love for him may be incomplete. So it's very important that we recognize the significance and the glories of Krishna's devotees. And this is an important distinction. We hear that there are three levels, three types of devotees. This is spoken about in the Nectar of Instruction, Upadeshamrita, by Srila Rupa Goswami, among other places, but we hear about it there, that we have the Kanishta Adhikari, the Madhyama Adhikari, and the Uttama Adhikari. These are three levels of devotion, and they're all to be respected and all to be appreciated. But at the same time, we recognize that there's a progression. It's also important for us to hear about this so that we can be encouraged to make progress in our spiritual lives. So the Kanishta Adhikari mainly approaches Krishna, desires to approach Krishna directly, and may be attracted especially to the deity in the temple. And this is wonderful. Of course, Krishna appears in his Archa Vigraha form, in his deity form, so that we can serve him. Here we are with our material bodies, our material senses. We wish to make an offering to Krishna physically. And in that way, we can spiritualize our senses. We can spiritualize our sense of sight by gazing upon the deity. We can spiritualize our sense of smell by smelling the flowers or the incense that are offered to the Lord. We can spiritualize our tongue, our sense of taste, by taking prasadam and also vibrating the tongue by chanting the Maha Mantra. We can spiritualize our ears by hearing kirtan and Krishna Katha. We can spiritualize our sense of touch by many ways, but we can say one is by like dressing the deity of the Lord. We're touching and engaging in this way with our hands. So there are many ways to engage our senses, and Krishna mercifully appears as the deity in order to do this, in order to facilitate this loving exchange. And in this way, also our faith grows. And there are so many nice things around us, physical things that Krishna has given, fruit, flowers, water, tulsi, so on. So of course, in order to offer all of these things to Krishna, Krishna appears in this way that we can offer very directly like that. So this is in no way to say that connecting with the deity form of Krishna is somehow, incorrect or somehow insignificant. It's very significant. But at the same time, it's that sort of devotion that is expressed in the Kanishta Adhikari. It blossoms to the next level of Madhyama, the Madhyama Adhikari, and ultimately to the Uttama Adhikari. The Uttama Adhikari is seeing everyone as a devotee of Krishna and is just admiring. And we can't artificially try to get to that platform, but that's the mark of the Uttama Adhikari, that he sees everything and everyone in relationship to Krishna. The Madhyama Adhikari, the main difference actually between the Kanishta, the neophyte devotee, and the Madhyama, the intermediate devotee, is that we develop love. We start to develop love for devotees and to see the importance of sadhu sangha. So we see Krishna not only in the deity or in the temple, but we see Krishna in the hearts of the devotees, and we see that our connections to the devotees are our lifeline in Krishna consciousness, and that we can come to understand so much more about Krishna through interacting with and serving and hearing from devotees. So we see Krishna offers this example himself. He always comes with associates. Whatever incarnation, whatever form of the Lord, he always comes with associates. So of course, in the case of Lord Krishna, so many associates. Lord Balaram, Srimati Radharani, of course, and she's in a completely different category unto her own that we can explore a little bit later. But he comes with associates, the cowherd boys, his friends, the cowherd girls, the gopis, his parents. He always comes with associates in the form of Lord Ramachandra. Of course, he's there with Lakshman. He has his devotees, Hanuman. He has, Sita, of course. And, he comes with associates is the point, no matter what incarnation. So if he were not to come with associates, he doesn't like that, because there's no possibility for loving exchange. And what Krishna values, he enjoys so much loving exchange with his associates and with his devotees. In fact, on some level, you can say that loving exchange with Krishna is actually all that we can offer him, because Krishna possesses everything. He's Bhagavan, of course. He's the possessor of all opulences, the 6 opulences: fame, strength, renunciation, beauty, wealth. And I always do this when I name all of them. I'm always forgetting something. Beauty, strength, wealth, renunciation, knowledge. So Krishna is full in 6 opulences. And what can we really give him? Of course, we're very insignificant. But we find, and this is an inherent, really essential teaching on the path of Krishna consciousness, that what we offer him is our love. We can offer him our loving exchange. And because he does give us free will, we're not bound to love him, although it's the nature of who we are. It's the most satisfying thing for our deepest self to engage in loving exchange. But we're not required to do it like a robot, So for example, if I was required to go to Simheshwara Prabhu's home every night and bring him a plate of cookies, it might seem nice for a while, but then if he knows that I'm forced to do that and I'm required to do that and I have no choice, after a while it won't be very tasteful, it won't be very nice, because where's the love? It's not a voluntary, natural thing. So similarly, Krishna wants to see us come to him naturally and by our own desire, by our own inspiration. So in this way, he longs for loving exchange, and he derives so much happiness from loving exchange. So we should also recognize the importance of loving exchange in our own spiritual lives. If Krishna wants associates and comes with associates, we also need associates. We need sadhu sangha. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he experiences this directly. He wishes to experience what it's like to be a devotee of Krishna. He's Krishna himself, but he sees that the devotees, particularly Srimati Radharani, that they're experiencing so much happiness in their devotion to him. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes in this particular mood of wanting to experience the happiness, the ananda of being a pure devotee of the Lord. So he invites everyone. He invites everyone, regardless of qualification, even those inimical to him, to become devotees. So he's experiencing the happiness of being in the mood of a devotee, and therefore he also wants everyone to become a devotee. And it's very interesting, because when Lord Chaitanya, when he defeats someone, when we can say kills a demon, like Krishna in his in Krishna Lila, he defeats demons by killing them. Of course, there are a few exceptions. He chastises Kaliya, the Kaliya serpent. He chastises him and sends him away and gives him a good beating by dancing upon his hoods. He doesn't kill Kaliya for a number of reasons. But for the most part, what we see is that Krishna kills demons, and they are liberated in the process. But that's what happens. But in Chaitanya Lila, we see a very different experience. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has different weapons. He doesn't have chakra, gada, or any weapon like that. He has, of course, he does brandish the Sudarshan chakra on one occasion, but his primary weapons are kartals, mridanga, and harinam, the holy name. So rather than being killed, those who are inimical, they get transformed compassionately, lovingly into great devotees. So we see this in the case of Jagai and Madai. We see this in the case of the Chankazi. They surrender and they become great devotees, and they engage in devotional service. So again, devotional service is ultimately valuable. A devotional service, we can say in some sense, is capable of conquering the heart of Krishna. Krishna makes that clear. So devotional service is incredibly, unimaginably powerful. And it's also very independent. So who are the receptacles of devotional service? The receptacles of devotional service are the devotees, the great devotees. So because bhakti, because devotional service is worshipable, those who are carrying it in their hearts constantly are completely and utterly worshipable because they're carrying devotional service. They've imbibed devotional service. They're living, every breath is in the mood of service. So Krishna enjoys the variety of his relationships with the devotees. This is a characteristic of the spiritual world. There's unlimited variety. And any and all varieties that we're experiencing in this world are a reflection of that variety of the spiritual world. So because of this variety, Krishna values so many different types of relationships. Of course, we hear about the four principal. There's Shanta Ras, there's the neutral variety. There's Dasya Ras, as a servant, serving the Lord as a servant. There's Sakya Ras, serving the Lord in the mood of a friend. There is, of course, Madhurya Ras is the highest. And also we have Vatsalya Ras, serving Krishna in the mood of a parent. So there's so much variety in this way. And this variety is enriching all of the exchanges. So we see the importance of having different types of relationships. So it's not just that we associate with devotees here, when we're here in this material world. We associate with devotees in our spiritual life, and then we achieve the supreme goal, and then we leave all of these relationships, and we're just with Krishna. It's not like that at all. In the spiritual world, there are so many dynamic, different varieties of relationship going on. So having these relationships with devotees, it's not just something for now. It's an essential feature of our deepest self, of our deepest eternal identity. So we're encouraged in different ways to have loving exchanges with devotees, not only for now, but as an aspiration, toward our ultimate identity. So Srila Rupa Goswami in Upadeshamrita, he summarizes the 6 loving exchanges. Dadati pratigrinati guyam akyati prichati bhunkte bojayate chaiva sadvidam priti lakshanam. So the primary 6 exchanges of love between one devotee and another are giving and receiving gifts, that's 2, inquiring confidentially, revealing one's mind in confidence. So they're in pairs like that. And then finally, offering prasad to a devotee, and also taking and accepting prasad. So these are loving exchanges that are there for us to take shelter of, and for us to approach as a means of developing loving connections with devotees. And it enriches our life. It enriches our life, and it gives us good ways of coming to know the devotees. Of course, in some sense, of course, giving and receiving gifts and offering and accepting prasad, these are very significant. But in a certain way, we can see there's such an emphasis on the importance of revealing one's mind in confidence and inquiring confidentially. This is very, very important to make space for that in our spiritual lives, and to have some trusted devotees with whom we can really speak openly and honestly, whether it's about our own struggles, our challenges in spiritual life, whether it's about our inspirations, our realizations, whether it's about how we're doing in our chanting, the processes of bhakti that we're feeling attracted to, whether we're feeling inspired on any given day. There are so many things we can share about. We can share about what we gather from our reading of Shastra or hearing of Krishna Katha lectures from Srila Prabhupada and other great devotees. So we don't approach Krishna directly. We approach Krishna through devotees, and particularly through Guru. And in this verse, Krishna is giving a description of one who is just like him. He says, these devotees are just like I see them just as my own self. So this is a very high platform, but of course we understand this, at least in relationship to advanced devotees and in relationship to Guru. So in Sri Guru Vastakam, our song that we sing every morning in the temple, seventh verse, Sakshad Darit Vena Samasta Shastra Uktastata Bhavyata Eva Sadbi Kintu Prabhurya Priya Eva Tasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravindam. So this is the conclusion of all of the revealed scriptures, that the Guru, the genuine Guru, is to be seen just like Krishna himself. Of course, we understand there's a subtlety there. There are some differences. The Guru is not Krishna himself exactly, but the Guru is to be respected and worshipped just like Krishna. So also we understand that the following verse is also significant in this conversation here. Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado yasya prasada nagati kutopi dhyayanstuvam tasya yasastri sandhyam vande guru shri charanavindam. So by the mercy of Krishna, we get Guru. But also by the mercy of Guru, we get Krishna. So in this way, in a broader sense, we can say that our relationship with Krishna comes through our relationship with devotees, and particularly the spiritual master. But we pray to Krishna too. Not that we can't directly pray to Krishna and try to communicate our heart to Krishna. That's an essential part of our spiritual lives. But we can pray to Krishna to send inspiring devotees and to send us the shelter of these relationships with devotees. So that's another thing. Krishna, I need inspiration in my spiritual life. I really pray for enlivening association, genuine association with devotees who can teach me and can give me inspiring examples. We can pray just like this. And so Krishna says that these devotees, these pure devotees, are just like his own self. So what a mercy that in this way we can make contact with devotees who can really give us Krishna in so many ways, by their example, by what they share, and by their compassion and affection toward us. Vaishnavas are very compassionate. So, devotional service is so powerful. Here, I just wanted to share. I'll share the screen again. A couple of verses about devotional service and about also the glories of devotees, because these are the two topics that Krishna is emphasizing in this verse that we read today. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, we hear Anyavilasata Shunyam Jnana Karma Jnanavritam Anukulyena Krishnanu Shilanam Bhaktir Uttama. So translation, when first class devotional service develops, one must be devoid of all material desires, knowledge obtained by monistic philosophy, and fruitive action. The devotee must constantly serve Krishna favorably, as Krishna desires. So again, this tells us about our aspiration toward pure devotional service, first-class devotional service, Prabhupada writes here. And also, one who is serving in such a way, they're constantly serving Krishna favorably as Krishna desires. So they're receiving also inspiration from within. Krishna is there as Chaitya Guru, the Guru within the heart, and he can inspire one who is serving in such a pure way. So another verse here about devotional service. Savai pum sam paro dharmo yato bhaktir adokshaje ahi tukya pratihata yayatma suprasidati. The supreme occupation, dharma, for all humanity is that by which men can attain to loving devotional service unto the transcendent Lord. Such devotional service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted to completely satisfy the self. So just as Krishna is explaining in this verse that one who is most dear to him is serving with no selfish motivation and with no interruption. So again, this comes up in this verse, but also significantly, it says that not only is this pleasing to Krishna, but it will completely satisfy the self. So we feel satisfaction and unsatisfaction constantly, the flickering duality of this material world. But here we see authoritatively that our utmost satisfaction, even for our own self, comes from this sort of unmotivated, uninterrupted service to the Supreme Lord. So we have it there, and Krishna is encouraging us to take this up, and we can experience this really through great devotees who are living this out, and they're completely satisfied. They're atmaram. They're satisfied from within. So here are a couple of verses about Krishna's love of the pure devotees, Krishna's love of all devotees. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshya stipna priyaha ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya mayi te teshu chapyaham. Krishna says, I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him. So again, we're hearing how one who serves Krishna, that they are residing within him. They are in his heart, and he considers himself a friend to those devotees. So in the same way, if we befriend those who are becoming friends with Krishna, with Krishna's devotees, then we're also getting pulled into that positive association. And it's really wonderful for us. We may become cynical at different times about different processes of devotional service. Sometimes we may feel uninspired in our chanting. We may feel a little unmotivated about reading or hearing. But we find that once we develop loving relationships with devotees, it really keeps us going, because we can't really become as cynical when we have loving, close relationships with devotees. We naturally become inspired by their inspiration. We get that energy, we get that inspiration when we see devotees who are really serving with their whole hearts. And as we see our friends in devotional service making progress, it's not something for us to envy. It's something that we can become inspired about, something that we can, really admire. And certainly if those around us in our Sangha are making advancement, then that's a blessing for us, because they're just going to become even better Sangha for us. We're spending time with them, they're making advancement. We will become that much more inspired. So we try to inspire each other on the path. And when we see our friends in Krishna consciousness making advancement, it's a beautiful thing. And ultimately, it will also be a blessing for us, because we get their association. So here, one moment, I'll just return. So, of course, there are so many glorifications of devotees within Shastra. Vancha kalpatarupascha, when we offer our Vaishnav pranam, that the devotees are just like desire trees, kalpataru, that they are capable of fulfilling the desires of anyone, and they're full of compassion for the fallen, conditioned souls. So this is a great glorification, and it's one thing to hear it in the Vaishnava Pranam, but then we see that devotees teach it to us by their behavior, by their kindness toward us. We move from hearing it theoretically into experiencing it, and we're so fortunate to have. Srila Prabhupada mentioned in one purport I read recently that he formed ISKCON for this purpose. This is one of the major purposes of ISKCON, that we can come together with like-minded devotees and have sadhu sangha and hear about Krishna together, inspire each other in our spiritual lives. So this is very important. And I'll just share one final quote for us to meditate on here about the glories of devotees. And this is a beautiful one from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 22, text 54. Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastrekaya, Lava Matra Sadhu Sange, Sarva Siddhihaya. The verdict of all revealed scriptures is that by even a moment's association with a pure devotee, one can attain all success. And the purport here is very interesting. According to astronomical calculations, a lava, which is mentioned here, lava matra, a lava is 1/11 of a second. So literally here, even by having 1/11 of a second association with a pure devotee, we are so deeply blessed, and our success, our eventual success in Krishna consciousness, is assured. So it's good that we can come together and keep this inspiration going. And anywhere, now we see, especially during this pandemic time, it's not always the same. It's always a little difficult to come together in person. Hopefully that will be improving in time. But if we're able to come together like this and hear about Krishna, encourage each other, and also just appreciate the devotees, to appreciate the devotees we've been placed together with on our spiritual path. Krishna has placed us alongside so many wonderful devotees to walk the path with. And we have devotees who are way far ahead, and we can see them up ahead, and it just gives us that encouragement about where we're trying to go, how we're trying to move forward in spiritual life. We have devotees who are walking alongside us side by side. With them, we share our hearts, we share our struggles, we share our inspirations. And also there are devotees who are also getting started, who we can also offer our encouragement to, help them along and share with them the good fortune that we've received in our spiritual lives. So this is beautiful, and this is what Krishna is encouraging here, that those devotees who are serving him constantly, they are so dear to him. So similarly, we try to have the devotees become dear to us. We aspire in this way to develop more and more appreciation for the devotees of Krishna, and that we can inspire each other in devotional service, which captures Krishna's heart and allows us to come ever closer to his lotus feet. So thank you all so much. I'll stop here, and very eager to hear anyone's thoughts, questions, comments, realizations. So thank you all. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah, so wonderful, Prabhuji. So nice to hear you. Wonderful points, quoting from the scriptures. Very nicely explained the importance of sadhu sangha association, becoming serious in devotion, and participating all opportunities. It's Krishna's arrangement. That way we can janma sabhalyam, perfection of the life. Janma sabhalyam, it says that janma sabhalyam. So this human birth become meaningful in the perfection. Thank you, dear devotees, also being there. Would humbly request anybody would like to share your thoughts, any questions, comments, concerns, anything you would like to add. This is a wonderful platform to share reveal your heart. Please go ahead. Any questions?
Thank you, Sameshwar Prabhu. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Yes,
So definitely, anyone has any questions, or it doesn't even have to be questions, can be thoughts, can be reflection, the glorifications of devotees, since we just spoke about the importance of Vaishnava Sangha. We can share some of our experiences with associating with devotees. That's also most welcome. But otherwise, we're just very grateful to have all of your presence here.
Please share your thoughts. Anything you have? Anything?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dhamma Pranam. Always to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Dina Bandhu Prabhuji. Very nice class. I had few things, but I can remember this rasas, where we were mentioning different sort of rasas that we can exchange our devotional loving exchanges with the Lord. So how do we know that which particular rasa we relate to more than the other, or if there can be more than one rasa that we enjoy having with the Lord, maybe as a friend, or maybe as a father, or maybe as somebody who. So how do we determine which rasa we relate to more? Can it be more than one?
Thank you so much, Mataji. This is a wonderful question, and my obeisances to you, Dandavat Pranam. So yeah, this is a great question, and yeah, something that we do naturally think about, because we hear about these different rasas, as we mentioned, neutral rasa, friendship rasa, servitude rasa, parental rasa, and ultimately very intimate, loving madhurya rasa. So yeah, it's a very high topic. I want to just be be careful in that way, but what we hear, what I can share is that it's, for one thing, it's very natural to ask that question and to wonder what rasa we may feel most connected to. Srila Prabhupada recommends that we chant, that our chanting in due course of time will reveal that to us. That just because when we're associating with the holy name, when we're chanting Hare Krishna, we are associating with Krishna in the form of his name. Names, forms, qualities, pastimes, they're all non-different from Krishna himself. So the name, the holy name of Krishna, is just like associating with Krishna. Sachinandan Swami Maharaj, one of our wonderful teachers in our movement, he mentioned that when we're chanting japa, when we're chanting Hare Krishna, we should chant just like Krishna is in the room with us. Because in reality, he is. If we think about it on a deep level, he is, because he's there in the form of his holy name. So by associating in this way, gradually also this will be revealed to us. But another thing to mention is that all of these rasas, if you really think about it, with the exception of Shantaras, which is a little bit, so it's neutral, but all of the other rasas, they contain dasya ras. They contain the rasa of servitude. So there's dasya ras, serving Krishna in the mood of a servant, but also his friends, the sakas, they're also serving him. They're serving him maybe in a different kind of mood, in a different way, but they're serving him. They're helping him with all of his adventures. They're helping him with their feasts. They're helping him to defeat the demons. They're cheering him on. So they're serving him. The Vatsalya ras, of course, there's such deep dasya there also. The Krishna in the parental mood, those who are serving Krishna in the parental mood, they're serving him. And ultimately, even madhurya ras, that is containing dasya ras as well. It may not be in a formal way, it's in a very, very intimate way. But the gopis are also serving Krishna. They're also bringing things to him, singing to him. In different ways, they're serving him and pleasing him. So what is recommended in some sense is that we cultivate this spirit of dasya rasa, that we try to serve. We try to be aspiring servants of Krishna. And in this way, no matter what our rasa, our personal connection to the Lord may reveal itself to be, we're operating from this platform of service. And that devotional service that we do will also just guide us on the path. And finally, the other thing I would just say, when I've heard from many great devotees, I'm not just speaking spontaneously, I'm trying to repeat things that good ideas that I've heard from advanced devotees. But what they also share is that sometimes in hearing, Shravanam is very important, that we hear Krishna Katha, we hear about Krishna's pastimes. And sometimes those particular pastimes are in different moods. We may be hearing relationship between Krishna and Mother Yashoda. We may be hearing pastimes of Krishna and the cowherd boys. We may be hearing pastimes of Krishna and the gopis. So in this way, as we hear these stories of Krishna, like in Srimad Bhagavatam, in the Krishna book, that we may feel drawn or attracted or especially pleased by some of these stories. So in another way, we can, as we hear those stories, we can just take note of that, and we can also try to hear more of those pastimes that really attract our heart. So in that way, that also helps us to appreciate all of these different rasas, and maybe experience, the way that they make us feel deep within. So that's just something I would offer as far as your question goes, Mataji. And you mentioned, can we appreciate multiple rasas? In the ultimate sense, my understanding is that no, that in the ultimate sense, we do have a particular mood that we may feel most attracted to. But yes, of course, we're appreciating and relishing all of Krishna's pastimes and all of his loving exchanges with the devotees. Any devotee of Krishna will be so pleased to see his exchanges with others, even if that's in a different mood.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, wonderful. Anything else? Anybody else? Any other reflections? Okay, if there is nothing else, we can conclude. Also, at the same time, we have a book distribution Sankirtan meeting. We request please stay on so that we can discuss, serve Srila Prabhupada, our opportunity, serve devotees, serve Srila Prabhupada, serve the Supreme Lord. So let's thank His Grace Dina Bandhu Prabhu for a wonderful class.
Thank you, Prabhu. Vanchakalpatarushya,
Patidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Vaishnavaki Jai.
Thank you so much,
Srimad
Prabhu.
Bhagavad Gita ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I would also request devotees stay on if you can, so that we can discuss few things on the coming weekend. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Meet Prabhu, it's all yours now.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thanks everyone for joining the call. We have our weekly Sankirtan and book distribution call. So we have few agenda items planned for this weekend. For the book distribution, the activities which has been going on in terms of contacting the devotees, calling them. So that's what we're going to discuss. And then also about the inventories. I know we have been distributing quite a few Bhagavatam sets. So also important that we maintain those inventories, and for the frames also. So, and any other thoughts you have with weather also changing, we'll decide on how we can conduct our how often we can conduct our Sankirtan programs, and how to manage this going forward. So these are the few agenda items. So I'll start with the contact list. So we have approximately close to 3,000 some names of the devotees, which was Mr. Prabhu kindly shared with us. So I think that list has been divided, Prabhuji, and Mataji had set some names against those. We will be distributing with devotees and start calling those, those names, most likely via phone and also by personal email IDs. That's the first thing on the agenda. Unless anybody has any questions or just want to know, if uh, you would be, if anybody be interested, because Neeta Majaji is conducting this, and I think she reached out to few devotees. I don't see her on the call, but yeah, she'll be reaching out to you, uh, Madajis. So please help us. We want to make this more effective, reach out as many people as possible. And good book distribution is always encouraged by Srila Prabhupada and on the senior members of the temple. So we want to continue this practice.
Yeah. Thank you, Puneet Roji. So let's thank also devotees, those who are last week and weekend and involved in the calling out the people and distributing books, even at the temple. Devotees comes to the temple and going out, and whenever they are meeting, they're all distributing so nicely, so wonderfully. So you can see that the Gauri Mataji is here, Janaki Mataji is here, Puneet Roji is here. Of course, all the other devotees, they are all very wonderfully serving Srila Prabhupada. So let us thank them with a great Haribol from our bottom of our heart. Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. Thank you so much. Yeah, so nice. So yeah, I mean, let us open the floor. That Puneet Proji mentioned that let's focus more on approaching the people and calling out the people about the Srimad Bhagavatam or any kinds of books, especially Bhagavatam drive is there till December. So we can still have the opportunity to call out the people and see that. So let's see that how that is going. Guru Mataji, you have any updates? Or Janaki Mataji, do you have any updates? Please go ahead.
Prabhuji, sorry, I don't have an update, but I will work on it, Prabhuji. I didn't work on it. I didn't work on it. But I will work on it now. I just sorry, didn't do it. But Prabhuji, one thing I got into my mind yesterday. So yesterday was Daria's birthday.
Oh,
And
yeah.
yeah. So Prabhuji, we got a call from New Vindavan.
Yeah.
And that on everybody must be getting a call from New Vindavan on their birthday. So what they
Right.
had was that they wish us best wishes, and then they said that there's a drive going on for the book distribution, that on behalf of you we will distribute we will keep 10 Bhagavad Gitas, or any number of Bhagavad Gitas in the hotel, and that's a good way of celebrating your birthday. So would you like to do it? Of
Yeah.
course, we said yes to it. Why would we say no? And they charge us $100 for 10 books. Just not
Yeah.
reasonable. But there was not like 10 books. They could say 3 books also, 2, whatever you want to donate. Because they said Bhagavad Gita is the very good thing of celebrating a birthday. So
Yeah.
this struck my mind also. I said, this is very good. We get the birthday emails from ISKCON CNJ. I think it comes on our email ID. If we all have that birthday calendar or a marriage or anniversary calendar or something, I was just thinking, one person can take, or 2 person can take that responsibility of calling on that special day of a person and asking them, you can donate Bhagavatam, or another we can donate on behalf of you a few Bhagavad Gita books or a Bhagavatam set, how much ever your heart says. This
Yeah.
just struck me, and I thought I will discuss with Simesh Prabhuji, Puneet Prabhuji. What do you think? Is there a good idea? So I will.
Wonderful idea, Puji. Yes, Mataji. Yes, very nice. Yes, we do also send out the birthday wishes. I think many of you receive. Whoever is in your family has a birthday, they do all get the birthday wishes, but we don't specifically mention that. That probably we can take up that service. Probably, I think almost every day we have a birthday in our community. Pretty much. So yeah, it's a
Prabhuji, and
wonderful.
Prabhuji, who would say no? Because
Yeah,
everybody wants to do something good on their birthday,
yeah,
which is godly related, which is
yeah,
Krishna related. If they are not devotees, but they still want something to be done. I mean, this was like when they called and they said this, and I was like, yes, yes, we want to do it. Of course, we want to do it. But I also said that I should also call up the, devotees and tell them,
yes,
it's your special day. Get
yeah,
Krishna's blessings by donating Bhagavad Gita to others, and we will do the donation on your. So they said they will do it on our behalf, so we don't have to
yeah,
collect it anything. They will keep on our behalf in so many hotels or whatever. So I thought, this is so nice, this is so
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
So I
That's a
don't know, Prabhuji, I
wonderful
don't
point.
know. We get a mail from ISKCON CNJ. I don't know who's doing this. Is it Mukta Mataji? Because I
No,
remember
no.
5 years, Govindandani Mataji used to do it, but she
Yeah, I
gave it to
think.
somebody else. Yeah, but I don't
Yeah,
know
I
who.
think then later, Mukta Mataji and Mohini Mataji was helping Govinda Nandini Mataji. I think it's kind of an automated script. I think we can find out more on that. So yeah, I think we can take a grip on that and then
And
see
Prabhuji,
that. Yeah,
the Kartik month also we can definitely call devotees, especially
yeah,
devotees also, that we will donate on your behalf, because sometimes devotees say that we already have these books, we so many lying in our house. I understand. Even I would have so many books. What do I do? But if we tell them that by donating 51 or 101, or if you want to really
yeah,
donate it, somebody's like not well, we will do donation from your behalf of Bhagavatam in the Kartik month. Is a very auspicious month.
yeah,
So we can do that too, Prabhuji, right? I have to
sure.
call up. I haven't done it, Puneet Prabhuji. It is my shortcoming, but I will work on it.
Yeah.
No problem, Mataji. Just, I think Neeta Mataji also joined, Prabhuji.
Yes, Nita Mataji is here. Yeah.
So I think that's a very good idea, and especially with Kartik month coming, we hope to get more uh, donors, and that's definitely we'll encourage. And I think we should. So Mataji, just for my understanding, so they will take the donations and they will procure the books and distribute, is what you said?
No, we will. This is the way it works, Proji. Suppose there is a birthday, right? We call them that this is the best day, this is an auspicious day, and this is the best thing that you can do to sponsor 10 Bhagavad Gita. You just sponsor and we will distribute.
Okay, so they will procure for us. I'm trying to see where they get in the picture.
Yeah, they sponsor it. They sponsor this 10 for on the behalf of their child names or their name as as an auspicious day of birthday. And so we talk to them, we call them, we get their sponsorship, and we distribute to the people, those who
Oh,
are
okay, sorry.
out there. Yeah. Yeah, wonderful point. Very nice. Yeah, very nice. We can note that point and please circulate, so that the other thing, and yeah, Nida Madaji is also here. Go ahead, Madaji.
Yeah, so Prabhuji, is I missed some part, but is it that if they want, they can take the box and they can distribute also, right?
Yes, yes, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that just for us only, but it's up to
Yeah.
them what
They
to
want
do.
to distribute. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think let us work on it. So probably we can take that action item. First of all, finding out the list of devotees' birthday and Yes, so that we can have a list of. So let's work on it. I think probably in a couple of weeks we can come up with a plan. I will also discuss with our management as well, so that they don't feel that we are jumping ahead of the gun. Yeah, that is also there. Yeah, very nice, very wonderful. So I think the other thing which I would like to emphasize on and request you all that since we have the list of people, list of the guests who came to the temple or some kind of contacts, so probably we should start to contact. And that's our wonderful opportunity about the Srimad Bhagavatam and other books, right? So I would humbly request, please take that seriously. Start, whenever you have some time, and call here and there and see that how's the response. And if definitely, I mean, we were distributing like in India, in Mumbai, we distributed Bhagavatam sets. In other places, we also distributed Bhagavatam sets. It's good that people. It's not that for money or anything, Pujis and Mataji. It's not that we are eager for getting their money or anything like that. No, it's eager that they get the Srimad Bhagavatam. That's the most important. Yeah, I mean, we are just asking even the the cost of all the this is the cost price, nothing else. Yeah, but as we mentioned earlier, just goes through the list and see that how we can impact, or we can have that mercy of Krishna to the other people, that they all benefited. Yeah, please keep up on that, and we can also share. If you distribute the Bhagavatam or this contact, please share into the group so that it's everybody get inspired, everybody get motivated. Please do so. Very nice.
Okay, and should we move on to the next topic?
Yeah, please, yeah.
Okay, the next is, Prabhuji, we had decided last time like we'll be having Nagar Sankirtan once every month. So should we decide like which weekend, or like in the last Saturday or Sunday, or should we how we want to plan this? This one, can we do it in the coming weekend? Not tomorrow, but the 9th.
Nagara Sankirtan.
Yeah.
Saturday, Sundays. Yeah, I think so. Let's have a Nagara Sankirtan on October 9th or 10th, any of the day. Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much clean. And then also we can have some book distribution activities on this weekend.
Yeah.
Anybody knows a better place we can go and distribute books, either Saturday or Sunday? What do you all think? Any suggestions? Oh wow, Dina Bandhu Prabhu says Newark is an interesting place. Ruji, do you know where it is? Where exactly? We can come over. We can join.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah. So it's a different kind of experience. It can be a little bit intense. I think it's a matter of if the devotees feel inspired to do that. But definitely we've gone out a few times. One time we went with Srimati Mataji, some number of devotees, and in Newark, two streets. There's Broad Street and Market Street. They're kind of like the main downtown area of Newark. And at the corner there, at the intersection, you get a lot of people coming by, and there are some storefronts that are not occupied. So you can kind of like tuck in a little bit and stand in that area. It's an interesting place to go. People are generally very appreciative. So anyway, books I think is harder. But I think doing books there is harder. I think we would probably have to have like a more subtle kind of like a book stand, book table. So it's a little different in that way. But for Harinam, it's a nice place.
Nice place. Okay.
So that's just a thought. I'll think more about other possibilities though.
Yeah, the Harinam, yes, I think that we can switch to the places, various places, so that this Harinam can go to the different people. It's a good idea, yes. Yeah. Also, I think, pretty much we need to distribute books. Srila Prabhupada emphasizing on that every week we distribute books. And probably we can find some places on this weekend and then we can go, especially like the storefronts are good. A lot of people comes, and wonderful that Madajis and the Projis. We went to Sabzi Mandi, I think close to $300, worth of books we distributed all together. It's quite nice, people very reciprocative, very responding, and a lot of people come and takes. So we can find something like that. I think.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, there is a Patidar in Hillsborough. Have you been there any time for the distribution books?
No, we never been.
Hillsborough, Patidar. I think
No,
it's
no.
relatively newer. It's a newer store. I mean, 1-2 years old only.
Okay.
So there, a lot of people go.
People go. Lots of people are there.
Yes, especially on the weekends.
Weekends.
And it's a big store. I mean, and
Big store.
it's a big complex. Yeah.
Yeah. And please send us the address from Mataji so that we can. Yeah, definitely. It's so wonderful. New avenues, right? So that it goes out to the people. Very nice. So that we connect a lot of people in that. Please do so. Please send us the address. We can probably this weekend we can try there.
Sure.
Yeah, wonderful. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. So much. Thank you so much. Okay. And anything else? Anything else? Yeah, Nagar Sankirtan on next weekend. This weekend book distribution on Hillsborough, Patidar. And then what else? So the timing. What is the best timing? Madaji, Shraddha Madaji. The timing of, is it evening time is good, or what is the best time? Or morning, like 12 o'clock, or Sunday or Saturday, which is good?
I think afternoons would be better, Prabhuji. I think people go out for groceries in the afternoons, on the weekends. So I think, I think afternoon should be favorable.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so we can plan accordingly. Maybe 2-3 o'clock, right? It's a couple of hours and there, and then I think Route 206 Hillsborough. Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Janaki Mataji sent the address. Okay, very good. Wonderful. Okay. Yeah, I think anything else? I mean, project.
Just a couple of things. Sorry, just you hear me, right?
No, I didn't hear you.
Okay, now I was going to say a couple of things on the logistics. We've been asking for those machines for paying off by the card.
Yeah.
So,
that is in progress. We'll be getting that. We need to order actually. So there are only two at the time at the temple. One is actually using for Govinda's gift store, and Govinda's is on. One is for the gift store. One is in the office. I think it's shuffling with it. I think we'll order actually. Hopefully we'll get it in So I'll take that up. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
The other thing is, I think we are planning to put some order for the books. So do we know the a good list that what is there, what is not there?
I think as of date, we'll have to. There are the inventories we took last time. It's been, I think, a while now. It's been over.
Quite a while. Yes, we need to take a new ones and
Yeah.
see that what is out there, what is not there, and I think it's pretty much Bhagavad Gita boxes are running out, and I think only maybe 10 boxes or something is left or something like that. Maybe, I don't know. We'll
I
have to
can check those Bhagavad Gita and the Krishna book and the
Bhagavad Gita, Krishna book, regional languages, and Srimad Bhagavatam, right? These are the main things we
Srimad
need.
Bhagavatam. We have Marathi, we have Gujarati, we have Odia, we have English, Hindi. Yeah, I think we have 6, 7 different. They're out there in the containers. So
Languages, okay.
yeah, because I was looking in the previous invoice, which we moved all those stocks we had moved in the container. So
Okay.
that list has, I think Bengali ones were the ones which we fell short this time.
Okay.
Bengali Bhagavatam.
Yeah, I think Telugu Bhagavatam. I think
Telugu also we have.
definitely Bhagavatam we need to order. Sorry, Bhagavad Gita we need to order.
Yes.
Um,
And I think some of the Krishna books also.
yeah, Krishna book.
And then
So
again, I checked the stock on the science of self-realization. And then this another one, right? Self journey, a journey of self-discovery, and then
Journey of Discovery. So
yeah, so
Journey
there
of
are,
Self-Discovery.
yeah. So I will check those. I don't think whatever they are for them, they are all in the store. They are nothing in the container. So for these books, except for Krishna book maybe and the Bhagavad Gita books, but the other
Krishna
books,
book, Krishna book and Bhagavad Gita books are in the container.
yeah, but the other books, I don't know. We have enough stock, but I'll check. I'll do this. I'll be here on Saturday. I'll be in the temple. So let's see.
So you'll be there. You'll be there, right?
So I'll be there in the yeah.
Okay, so take that.
Prabhuji, I have one feedback from the last book distribution that we did in Sabji Mandi.
Yeah.
There was a request for Punjabi Bhagavad Gita.
Bhagavad Gita,
So, Prabhuji was mentioning, the Govind Prabhuji, that we should, every book distribution that we are doing, we can have a couple of other regional languages also with us, so that it is easy.
Yeah.
While we are doing that. So just as a feedback, that is what I heard from him. So I thought I'd share it here.
Yeah, we ordered, I think, few years back, a couple of boxes of Punjabi Bhagavad Gita. What happens? I don't know exactly where it is. Probably it must have ran out. Probably we'll order it. Actually, I think it's a good point. That's why once we have the inventory, proper inventory, then we can see that what we need to order. Yeah, we'll have to see where those boxes actually.
Yeah, Punjabi, even I was looking for Prabhuji for that one person. So then I took Hindi, which I will be giving him because Punjabi I couldn't find in the book room. So maybe, yeah. Also, as you were mentioning books, I forgot to add that Avatar art book we have, Prabhuji.
Yeah, for the Narasimha, right? Yeah.
We have.
I think we do have. I think we do have. I think I mean that's in the book room. Yeah.
That has close to 100 stories from Bhagavatam. So it's a very, very good book.
Oh, right. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, that's right. Yes.
For kids, it is like
most of the small one, right? The small ones.
Small one, yeah.
Yeah. There is also a big one also.
Oh yeah. Not the big one. The small one. Most of the kids buy it. So it's a good book, Prabhuji.
I'm not sure if we have seen the big ones. Probably we have seen Krishna art, which are there. Avatar art, I think we may not have it. I have to check this.
That is actually in the, I think for the Narasimha, there is a big, maybe I may be wrong, but
Yeah, I don't know the name, but I've seen that big Narsimha book.
big Narasimha it's also kind of.
No, this is a small book, but with
Yeah,
each.
I know.
Picture.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yes,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
beautiful one is.
So
Each
it's
page has yes descriptions, right?
Yeah. So anybody with kids, we show it and they immediately buy it. So
Yeah,
I was looking for it, but I couldn't find in the book room. So maybe we can
right.
bring.
Very nice. Yeah. Yeah, we'll order. I think those are the very nice book. And another is actually the what is that? There is a book which shows the India and all the culture. What is that book called?
I think that's called Glories of India.
Glories of yeah, Glories of India, something like that.
Mm.
It's a very nice book, especially for the children and those who are doing the projects. And I think it's very attractive. Very nice book. Hidden Glories of India, something like that, right?
Yeah, Hidden Glories.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
Also about the paintings, because we are short on paintings now. We have sold quite a bit over Janmashtami festival, Radha Ashtami.
Yeah.
So I think we have just 4-5 frames left of painting.
Right. Yeah, we'll address that. Yeah.
We have to take care of that also.
Yeah. Okay.
So for paintings, Prabhuji, there was we have very many paintings on the in the temple on the walls itself. So when we are looking to order for paintings, are we going for those sort of paintings, or do we have a set of paintings that we always order?
I think that is in our list, so that's we'll discuss. Yeah.
Okay.
I think let's take it for next week.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think we have 1 more minute left, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji. So we got the inventory. I think we are good with almost all the agenda items for today.
Yeah.
Unless anybody has any important item they want to talk about, but I think we're good. So
Okay. All right.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Let's conclude that. Vancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhubhya evacha padidanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Vaishnavabandhu. Thank you, dear devotees. Please circulate Puneet Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
Okay.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Thank you, devotees.